Okay, so this will be a short walkthrough on how I do a museum fit on a hidden tank handle, namely this one. So, and this is inspired by the fact that I posted this knife about a week ago, something like that, and I spent last week explaining to a bunch of people how I did it, and I don't mind explaining, but it just seems much easier to just make a video and then anybody can see it who wants to. So this will be kind of a academic DIY since I don't have either the skill or the time to both film and work, but I did took a lot of pictures and videos during the process, so I'll be kind of it will kind of be a voiceover, but in reverse. I'll be talking and showing pictures and videos. Okay, so before I start, this is neither the best or the only way to do it. I'm sure, actually, I know for a fact there are a lot of people out there who do this kind of thing unbelievably better than I do, but well, people have been asking about it, so I might just as well explain it. That being said, if there's a chance that this video helps anyone to doing something like that, or even to see how it's not done, yeah. So the first thing I did was cut the block of wood in two and then squared everything up, and just a short DIY intermezzo. If the way I do this is by using a beveling jig like this, and it's really the easiest and fastest way I can think of to get the surface clean and ready for the glue up. Then I took the spacer. It had a approximately matching 10 millimeters hole in the middle. It was from the hinges of an old barn door, so it kind of fit perfectly. And then I drilled the holes for the alignment pins. I use 2 millimeters stainless tins, and I drilled the holes in the spacer, and then using the spacer I transferred the holes to both pieces of wood. Now, once that was done, I took another piece of what will be acting as a spacer during the grinding, and in my case I use a G10. You can use a wood or whatever you like, just don't use any metals because they heat up really bad and they're gonna screw things up for you. So I took a piece of G10 that was about the same thickness as my rod, and using the rod spacer I drilled the holes, matching holes into G10, and then I glued everything together, and of course I used the pins, alignment pins, with crazy glue. And then I basically went to the grinder and ground the handle to, well, just about done. Now, me being lazy, over the years I got myself to the point where I can finish the handle up to about 95% on the grinder, and that's not because I'm really skillful with the grinder, but because I'm lazy and I hate filing and stuff. So, but I mean, if you can't do it, yeah, just use files, and that's super fine. So once I got the handle up to the point where all it needed was some hand sanding to get it to the final grits, I took everything apart. Actually, everything broke apart because of the heat, so it was really easy. And then I took the original spacer that was painted, in my case, in blue Daikon, but you can use any kind of magic marker or permanent marker, whatever. And then I scribed the lines from the wood to the spacer. Now, since you can't really scribe with zero tolerances, that little space between the actual size of the wood and the scribe line is more than enough to get the museum fit. So if you do that, yeah, you're golden. So then I took everything apart and basically ground, actually cut and then ground the iron spacer to the side. And of course I was checking back and forth and taking everything apart and bringing it everything together. And once I was satisfying with everything, in this case, let me show you. So the I actually etched the iron in ferric chloride that was infused with copper. But you don't have to do that. You can bring it to mirror polish or whatever. I just thought it would be a cool look, and I did protect the sides that were gonna be glued with nail polish. Now, just a quick tip: don't ever use clear nail polish when you're protecting stuff, because you won't be able to see what parts of the material you went over with. I use pink one because I like pink, and it was the one that my wife gave me, and I'm secure in my sexual orientation in preferences enough to not to mind. Now, if you think that owning pink nail polish will make you gay or something like that, then I guess navy blue or some other manly color will do just fine. Anyway, while the spacer was in the acid, I finished the wooden part of the handle. I think I took it to 1500 grit and then buffed it with some Smurf pool, and afterwards I chamfered all the surfaces that were connected to the spacer. And yeah, once the etching was done, actually, yeah, I think I left the spacer in the etchant for about 3 hours or something like that. I really wanted to took a big bite of the world to bring out the texture outside. I think 3 or, well, don't hold me, I was checking back and forth to see how it's going. Once I was satisfied, I took it out, so I didn't really pay attention how long it took it. And once I cleaned the spacer, I did I chamfered it with the files beforehand, and I did put light polish, well, polish, sanding with 800 paper with some really soft backing, just to get rid of all the rough spots that were left after the etching. And then I just glue everything back together. And yeah, that's basically it. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or if you want to point out some dumb or stupid thing that I've done that you know how to do better or faster, please let me know down in the comments below. And thanks for watching, thanks for support, and see you, well, not soon, but in the near future, let's say. Thanks. Bye.